And welcome on in, everybody, to the Jazz Postgame Report. I'm your host, Addison. Along with me is Blake, and the Utah Jazz pick up a win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Our win streak goes to 4. Another home win where we are now 20-2 at home, I believe, just playing some outstanding basketball at Vivint Smart Home Life Arena. But Blake, we only won by 3, and we were up by as much as 21 in that game. The Grizzlies came storming back, made it a 3-point game. The Jazz actually turned it over, and the Grizzlies had a chance to win it.
They did.
At the buzzer, but
right
the
there.
Jazz survived and win their 4th straight game. Break it down for us.
You know what? Okay, so I'm just going to start off by saying this. The Jazz, this was a hard-fought win. The problem is, and I know that you would say the exact same thing, they got to avoid putting themselves in this situation where they have to rely on last-minute plays to win the game, you know? If they can avoid that, they're going to win games by a lot more. Again, they are some crazy number, I think it's like 24 now, 0 when they have a 10-0 run at home, which is insane.
Not even at home, just in a game this season.
In a game, yeah. In a game this season, if they have a 10-0 run, they are 24-0 or something crazy like that. But, I mean, just fantastic basketball all around. You saw Bojan Bogdanovic finally come out of that shell a little bit. Had a 17-point game tonight, 8 for 15 from the field, 1 for 3 from downtown. We're kind of seeing him. He wants to see the ball go in the basket, which I understand. Going inside, getting the easy plays done, and he had some hustle plays too. Exactly what I want to see out of Bojan. He knows that he needs to, he needs to figure out his decision-making, figure out what he needs to do, and then he can start taking those threes again and implementing the other things into his game. But, I mean, just solid stuff from him. He did.
He found another way that wasn't the three-point shot to rack up those points. So I really liked what Bogdanovic did tonight.
Absolutely. And one guy that we did not immediately like, but he kind of started picking it up towards the very end of the game, Jordan Clarkson had 14 points, 4 for 13 from the field, 2 for 7 from downtown. I mean, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. So, I mean, he had a solid game overall.
And it wasn't necessarily, well, he started terribly. He started
he absolutely did.
He made his final 3 shots, but for as low percentage-wise as he shot, dude, man was absolutely beasting in that fourth quarter. Hit some big shots in that fourth quarter, 2 threes, and a tough finish at the rim. Which, put the Jazz up by like 11 at that point. It ended up not mattering because the Grizzlies, came coming all the way back and almost won the game. But, no, those were some big baskets right there by Jordan Clarkson. And, came through for us again when it mattered. But, it took some time with Bogdanovic to get out of his slump. And I feel like over the past 2 games, he has started to break out of that.
Yeah.
And I'm not worried about Clarkson in any sort of way. I feel like he's going to break out of this slump soon. But listen, man, we got to face this team tomorrow. Yeah. So, Blake, we're facing this team tomorrow the same night. Keep in mind, we also face them on Wednesday. So 3 games against the same team in 3. It's 3 games in 1 week against the same team.
Yeah.
But we got the win tonight. We should have won by double digits. Kind of just choked late. What do we got to do better to make sure that we get the 2 wins over the Grizzlies in the next 2 matchups that we see in the next upcoming week?
First of all, defensive execution at the beginning of this game was fantastic for the Jazz. 24 points allowed in that first quarter. That was a really low scoring output for the Memphis Grizzlies, but it came through the Jazz just playing lockdown defense consistently. They have to be able to execute on defense throughout the game, though. They need to push for those defensive possessions being there the whole 4 quarters. And sometimes we're kind of slacking off. We saw them start to give up a lot more points towards the end of the game. 29 points to 22 for Utah in the third quarter. That would be 29 for Memphis, and 35 for Memphis in the fourth quarter, and 29 for Utah. So again, they just kind of continuously start to give up some more points. Can't get tired on the defensive end. You got to stick with it. Keep the foot on the gas. Get pressure on their guards, especially Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks was really working around.
And I felt like the problem was
why
they came back in that game was the fast break. I felt like we dominated the fast break in the first half of the game.
And then they came back.
It felt like every time Ja Morant was just racing down the floor and was beating our guys down the floor, which is why, we were up 21 in that game. And and completely, well, not completely, because we won the game, which I'm thrilled about. So I would have been mad if I would have been extremely mad if we choked a 21-point lead. But I mean, that's what ultimately brought them back into the game, and
No,
that's
yeah,
stuff that we're
absolutely.
going to have to correct tomorrow night. Keep in mind this
Yeah.
is we are right back, same arena, same team tomorrow night. And in fact, I'm going to go and say that we win by more than 3 because I
No,
feel
I
like
agree.
we're
I agree.
clearly the
Yep.
better team. We kind of just collapsed late. I don't picture that same collapse happening twice. I think that Quinn Snyder will go and make the proper adjustments that need to happen on
And
the
when
side.
and also this is a great team to work on that transition defense on because you're going to have to fill every spot because you have this small forward in Dylan Brooks who can knock down shots from downtown. Same
Yeah,
thing with Kyle Anderson. They are just a very big team.
and
So
Brooks
it's
was
tough. And
big.
also Grayson Allen too. I don't know if you were
He
about to
lit
say
it
that, but
up.
he
I
was
felt like every
fantastic
time
tonight.
that man shoot the ball, it was
Fantastic. Yeah,
and
5 for
you
9
can't
from
even give
downtown
up
for
for Mike
Grayson.
Conley, but man, if there was one player from that trade package that we gave him of Corver, Crowder,
I miss Crowder
and
out of that one, but
Allen, I miss Crowder a lot, but I'm telling you, I miss Allen a lot.
yeah.
Not, no, I don't miss his attitude.
Yeah, I don't miss
I
his
don't miss his
attitude, but
cockiness, but
his
I miss his
attributes,
shooting
his
ability.
shooting is
And
just
I feel like we
fantastic.
didn't give him enough time. I don't feel like we developed him right, but
No, well, obviously we developed him because after his rookie year, now he's
well,
doing
that's
things in the
true.
league that are
I don't feel like we
fantastic.
gave him enough playing time.
No, yeah, I
That's
agree.
what I meant to say, not
And that
develop.
that happens when you have teams like this who are in a 9-man rotation like the Jazz, but he has more room to grow with the Grizzlies. I like the spot that he's in on the league. You know,
Absolutely, I know. I like
he's got a great role for him. Also, just kind of and looking in a broad thing, some of the keys in this game was first of all the offensive execution and the pickup for Bojan Bogdanovic starting to get a lot of shots to fall. That was fantastic. The defensive execution was there, especially in the first half for the Jazz. It
not to
created a
say.
gap that they
In
were
the
able to
first half,
build
yeah.
on.
But let's get in touch about Donovan Mitchell and how he is really just taking over
Yeah,
right now in the second half. And then I
35
think that's the
points.
last thing we will break down here on this post game report. But listen, Donovan Mitchell, 35 points in his last 5 games: 30, 30, 31, 27, and 35.
Solid.
Mitchell has averaged 29 now, I believe, 29.5 points per game here in the second half of the NBA season. That is 4th best in the NBA. And,
Fantastic.
we need a guy like Donovan Mitchell who is going to contribute during the playoffs. It's
And
simple as
when they are at this level with Donovan Mitchell, when he is playing this way, they are by far and away playoff contenders. They are
absolutely.
play like
And we're
absolutely.
going to need it. And we're going to need
They
Clarkson
are.
to get out of that slump. We're going to need Bogdanovich to be fully out of that slump. We're going to need Mike Conley to do big things. We're going to need Gobert to play big, play well. And, we still got a lot of time before the playoffs. I'm pretty confident with, how relatively easy our schedule is that we will be able to get that 1 seed. But I think we're in a good spot. Yeah, I really do.
Yes, I do as well. I do as well. Yeah, he sees me nodding because we're at the point where we need to end it. So I'm going like,
My bad, man. I got carried
no,
away
no, you're
talking
good.
about talking
You're
about my
good.
man Mitchell.
You're good.
Coming
Yeah, no,
tonight.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
But that is gonna wrap up the post game report. Blake has got to get to bed, man. That's why he's doing
That's
this
not
little
what I
natty
started it
down.
for.
Listen,
That,
man. I don't know it.
he's lying to you guys
I'm
right
not
now. I
lying.
did
I
not need to
never
go to
lie, man.
bed.
Well,
That's
we're
not
gonna end
true,
the
bro.
post game report right there. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure, if you did, make sure to smash the like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel, and wish Blake a wonderful sleep. As we can tell, he's very tired. So
I'm not
drop
going to bed right
tell
now.
him, tell him to have a good night's sleep tonight, because boy, will Blake need it. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we will see you tomorrow for the Jazz and Grizzlies.
Hey, everybody.